Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Today what we're going to talk about is the periodic table. This entire unit is all on the periodic table. So it's going to take us about a week and we're going to look into trends and patterns and how the periodic table was formed. So let's go ahead and dive right into how the periodic table was first discovered. And the scientist that came up with the periodic table for the first time, his name was Dmitri Mendeleev in 1870. He organized things by looking at trends and patterns. Basically, what he did is he wrote the properties of the elements on cards and laid the cards out on a table and started looking for the trends and patterns that appeared and organized them from that way. And he was able to organize the elements by order of increasing atomic mass. And so that's how his periodic table was organized. But what made his periodic table so famous is that he was able to leave blanks for the undiscovered elements. He knew that there should be an element with certain properties, but it had not yet been discovered. So he was able to leave a blank for that undiscovered element, and then further down the line in future, it was able to be found that yes, that element did actually have those properties that Mendeleev said that it should have, and it was eventually discovered. So that's the big thing that made Mendeleev so famous, is that he was able to leave blanks for elements that were undiscovered and would have those certain properties. Now, the thing about Mendeleev's periodic table, with it being organized by increasing atomic mass, it is not the periodic table that we use today. It is not the correct way to organize the periodic table, but we make such a big fuss about Mendeleev is because of the undiscovered elements, and also that he was the first person to really come up with an organization for the elements. The term periodic means appearing in regular intervals. So you're going to see trends and patterns repeating every so often. The periodic table that we know of today comes from Henry Moseley. He organized his by atomic number. So Mendeleev did atomic mass, Moseley did atomic number, and that's the correct way to organize the periodic table. So, periodic table, our official definition: the arrangement of the elements by order of atomic number so that elements with similar properties fall in the same column. And this organization of the periodic table is also known as periodic law. Okay. Now, the next two terminologies, the terms that are coming up here, we do not call rows and columns. We give them specific names, okay? So instead of calling something a row, we give it the name period, okay? And a column is called a group, okay? But I also want you to put on here is that a group is also known as a family. So there are two terms for a column: a group and a family, okay? So either one of those is correct for a column, okay? This quadruple star here is just the organization of the periodic table. The periodic table is organized by periods, by increasing atomic number, and groups by similar reaction characteristics. So as you go from left to right, atomic number increases, and as you go from top to bottom, you have similar reaction characteristics. And that is it for the introduction of the periodic table. Our next video will actually get into looking at our metals, nonmetals, and metalloids, and actually looking at the periodic table. So we'll go from there. Go ahead, hit pause, and we will come back with more information on the periodic table.